In this video, I'm just going to be trying to find some mistakes within the OpenBSD manual pages, which, if tonight's a night like any other night, I won't have any difficulty doing that. Actually, I should say this morning because it's currently 0412. Right now I'm just gonna write a little command which looks for a basic sort of error within the manual pages. It's a nice typo there. It's disappointing. This script prints out the file names of the manual pages, which I'd like to proofread. Obviously I can't proofread all of these in one session, so there's that. There's that long ass list of files. There's the input for grep. Grep, because I'd like to write a little regular expression to find my sort of errors. I'd like to be able to do that anyway. In this case, it's not a regular expression. Oh, it's seeing a stupid thing that happened when I made a bad script. There we go. I need to mark that as a full stop as opposed to the little regular expression anything symbol. Alright, apparently that error is a bit too childish. For the OpenBSD developers, I'm pleased, but that means more work for me. You see here, there's a result, but to do this, the user should enter. Although I don't like the way that's worded, I'd have a comma here. Some style guides say that's correct, so I'm not going to mess with it. Just going to open up Tmux so I can have some panes here. Before anyone asks about my interface here, I'm just using Suckless's DWAM, that's Delta Whiskey Mike, as my window manager, and I'm using Suckless's Simple Terminal as my terminal emulator. Alright, gonna run that previous command. Not the previous one, but the one I wrote that finds the manual pages. Damn it. Oh, I see what's happened here. Alright, that's just the license notice. Yeah, that's a bad expression there. Should have looked at that before running it. See, this is not just garbled, that's, ROF markup, which the manual pages are written in the derivative of ROF. So that's fine. You know what I'll do? I'll just select a random manual page. If I'm remembering my options correctly, and I think I am, then the first bit of this command, this just shows all the manual pages on the system, which is fairly self-explanatory for the reason I'd want that. This sorts the manual pages randomly. It might seem like a stupid option to have. The minus uniform option is what makes them sort randomly. It might seem like actually, you know what? Instead of going off my memory, which is a terrible idea, I should actually pull up the manual. Yeah, my memory is not very reliable. You see here, at least for these sorts of things, my memory isn't very reliable. You see here, minus Latin majuscule Romeo is random sort, which makes more sense than minus Latin minuscule uniform. I have no idea what the hell this thing is. And apparently, neither does OpenBSD. Just can't find that file. Should probably filter out the GNU files because I don't care about those. Multicast. Just gonna open up another pane here so I can have the source for the manual page on one side and read the manual on the other side. I don't really like the way this is worded. this could be changed to at most one copy, which would save a few characters, and that might be a bit more readable. But the last time I submitted these kinds of changes, I was told they're mainly style-based changes, and buzz off. I disagree with that, but whatever. If I really wanted to, then if I really strongly disagree with them, then I would make my own project where we wrote manual pages in correct English. I haven't seen anything which really jumps out at me so far, which is good. Maybe they're learning. Personally, I don't like the way this is worded, but, I would omit this comma here. But, the last time I sent in one of those changes, one of those comma changes, it wasn't committed, and I'll say, the responses I get, they aren't harsh at all. They're fine. It's just, we don't want these kinds of changes. It actually seems to have been written pretty well. Of course, the games are the programs that have the best manual pages. Lame. Man, this sucks. I'm not finding anything tonight. Today. Again, I shouldn't say this sucks because the alternative is having a bunch of really juvenile, I guess, errors in here. Yeah, that seems more or less acceptable. This I don't like this because normally alright. I'm just gonna go and take the rest of this video to tackle the corn shell manual page, which has some fairly basic IE/EG errors in it. The reason to follow this character sequence with a comma is that IE is approximately semantically equivalent to that is, where if you use that is in this context, then you write this. You would not write that, because this makes no goddamn sense. I'm adding hyphens here because this functions as a single adverb. And normally whenever you have something like this, 2 words followed by style, or, well no, it doesn't even need to be 2 words. This should look wrong to you, because normally that is written like this. I'm just doing that so I can be sure that my audio is synchronized. You know, it's easier to just have a kind of loud sound and turn that down in post than to watch the whole video a few times to add in a single little get that aligned. It's a pain in the ass. It's probably best changed to, for example. I see this sort of mistake a lot more often than I'd like to see it. Of course, that goes for about every sort of mistake. Just wanted to test something there. Yeah, this command, false, the command that exits with a non-zero status. And I thought surely, nope, I was wrong. I was thinking they could do that to, yeah, I guess not. I was gonna make fun of the operating system for having this included, when you can just, make a bullshit command pretty easy. Like, you do this. And it gives you this 32 character long stream of pseudo-random numbers where, it's going to take a decent chunk of time before it will take a decent chunk of time because it's not going to happen. At least on my installation here where I have pretty decent number of packages on NeoFetch. I have 893 packages installed, so that's a decent number of them. Yeah, if you really want to get around using false, you can just run that command, and my god, I've really gone off onto a tangent. The ambience of this room as it's coming in through my headphones here reminds me of the They Find Her Body and Give It New Life cutscene from System Shock. The looping track in the background of that. Execute the most recent command. Oh my god. Looks like I'm gonna have to be kicking someone's ass. You just used the possessive instead of the plural. Inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. Well, let's go clean up the damage.
Damn.
Yep. Alabama Vim, I guess. I thought about writing some little smart-ass comment there, but then I realized I'd rather not be, I'd rather not look hostile when I'm submitting these diffs. Because I'm guessing that whoever is going to take these diffs and review them will not have seen this video, and as such will not as easily be able to see that, oh, that's meant partially as a joke. Oh, I see. I picked this line up because it matches up to here. It says, yeah, matches. There's no comma between if and the full stop, even though there is a comma in the sentence. It's possibly confusing. I know that my recorder here told me my card was full a few moments ago, and it stopped recording. I don't know how long I went on rambling. after it told me that, but that's slightly embarrassing and irritating. I'm changing this because, see here, you might accidentally read this sentence as, event is detected, the new event is lost. I think What in God's name does that mean? So you read it again, it starts to make sense. That still wastes a bit of time. And wasting time is not good. Here we go. Hell. Oh, I see. Yeah, that was my mistake. Not vom, that's a different thing entirely. Almost typed in vom. Still recording. That's good. Oh my God. Yeah, that's horrible. This is a horrible sentence. And a very good example of punctuation being a great thing. If this option is not given, the domain is determined from the host name. A comma placed right here greatly increases the ease of reading that sentence. So I'm going to place a comma right there. And add that to my list of correct words. I'm getting kind of sick of this. So, instead of sitting here and progressively swearing more and more, I'm gonna stop. Tell me if more of this stuff would be interesting. And if it's not, you have other ideas, then tell me those ideas.